We don't normally do serious intros here at TechLinked, but it sounds like a ton of people are about to lose their jobs, and that really sucks. What happened, Intel? You used to be cool, man. You used to be cool. Effective July 15th, the first phase of Intel's plan to reduce their workforce by 20% that they announced earlier this year will commence with 107 jobs eliminated across 4 facilities in Santa Clara. These are related to their automotive business. Wait, Intel has an automotive business? Had an automotive business, and it's getting shut down. But don't worry, it gets worse. Xbox is also laying people off next week, according to Jason Schreier. This was originally supposed to be thousands of Microsoft employees, but apparently these jobs are going to come almost entirely from the Xbox team. Wow, Windows search team dodging a bullet again. But 3's the magic number, right? Well, dating app Bumble is empowering management to make the first move and laying off 30% of their workforce, because business is down as people have slowly realized that dating apps suck for all genders. Of course, all of these terminations from all 3 companies have been in the name of profits, because capitalism demands that you must be over 6 feet. And regular LTT sponsor dbrand is facing their own capitalistic crisis after telling their customers, whose Joy-Cons were detaching, that they were just holding their Killswitch 2 wrong. The company issued a massive first response to users complaining about the Switch 2 accessory, explaining why and how the issue is clearly just user error, only to receive backlash from the community, part of which included a screenshot of our own Linus Sebastian holding it the same wrong way. Now, this might be victim blaming, but don't base your model of how you hold things on the guy who has half a dozen dropping compilations, okay? Just think for a second. However, it seems that the "you're holding it wrong" strategy is working about as well for dbrand as it did for Apple 15 years ago. And dbrand has since done a 180 and issued an apology statement with a better plan to properly fix the Killswitch 2, with another update coming on July 10th. But don't expect any apologies from AI companies anytime soon, because US District Judge William Alsup has ruled that yes, you can train large language models on copyrighted works as long as those works were purchased. And I don't mean purchasing the rights, I mean you literally have to buy a copy of the book. It's definitely better than them just pirating everything. At least for now, they've got to pay hundreds or no, thousands of dollars to acquire training material, but that seems like a pittance compared to the potential revenue they'll earn from the trained models. The law is murky, and Judge Alsup came to this copyright conclusion at least partially because authors admitted that training these LLMs didn't result in direct copies or infringing knockoffs. Officer, I'm just buying a lot of guns, but I'm not going to use them. Come on. Yet. Anthropic, the company being sued in this case, is happy with this result, no doubt, but will be back in court to fight the accusation that they pirated 7 million books to build a research library. There it is. There's the piracy. And here's our sponsor,
CookUnity. Now imagine you're exhausted. You don't have time to cook dinner tonight. Gee, what's that? A knock at your door? You shuffle over there and open it to discover what? A delicious looking meal freshly prepared by professional chefs that you can heat up and enjoy in as little as 2 minutes. Now wake up. It's real. Well, not yet. You got to sign up for CookUnity first, and you can get 50% off. But hold on to that. CookUnity is the first chef-to-consumer platform with meals created by top chefs, including Food Network alums, James Beard Award winners, and acclaimed restaurateurs. We're talking shrimp and chorizo paella by Chef Jose Garces, Moroccan chickpea tagine by Chef Lina El Kouzi, and red wine braised short ribs with a carrot puree by Chef Marc Forjon, and more than 350 others that you can choose yourself, or just put in your preferences, ingredients you'd rather avoid, and CookUnity will choose for you. Got other dinner plans? You can skip deliveries, pause or cancel at any time. They're flexible. Go to cookunity.com/tech50 or click the link in the description, use our code tech50, and you'll get 50% off your first order of CookUnity meals.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to finish off these quickbits.
Nvidia has announced another card that's dead on arrival, the RTX 5050. It's only going to be $50 cheaper than the 5060 while offering way fewer CUDA cores and, based on what we can glean from the spec sheet, way fewer frames per second. Now, Nvidia isn't planning on sending any of these out for review, but I will still provide you with my preliminary review. Nvidia. And if you want a purchasing decision, do yourself a favor and pretend the 5050 doesn't exist. You know what does exist? Maybe? The all-black iPhone 17 Pro. Majin Buu himself has leaked images of the upcoming devices, and the design is, well, it's another iPhone. But there's now another bump below the camera bump. That is the innovation we like to see. We'll just have to wait to see how annoying it's gonna be when the camera bar gets caught sliding into your pocket like a pixel or something. Speaking of minor design improvements for expensive hardware, Noctua put out a 9.5-minute video explaining the new NF-A12X25 G2 120mm fan is about 9% better than the last one. Now, it comes with a progressive bend impeller. You know what else has a progressive bend? What I don't have, though, is a centrifugal turbulator hub, an ETA perf motor, or super torque. What? How's a guy supposed to compete in this market? Come on! And when I say come on, I mean tell me more about those HDMI 2.2 specifications that are getting into the hands of manufacturers. Who knows when consumers will be able to get the cables, and who knows how long the cables will be when they have to support 96 gigabits per second of bandwidth, but I look forward to when I can game at 16K at 60 FPS. When I'm 80. Honestly, while I can't get anywhere close to saturating all of that bandwidth, maybe Asus China's general manager can. Tony Yu managed to pull about 1900 watts of power through an RTX 5090 with BTF connectors. You know, the ones that are on the back? To accomplish this feat, the Mad Lad used 2 power supplies and both the 16-pin connector as well as the GC-H power connector that Asus has been working on. And magically, none of the cables melted. Yet. But I'm starting to melt under these blazing hot studio lights, so come back next time for more tech news. I'm melting! Oh!